Welcome to the session. In this video, we'll see about how to pass arrays to a function. We have separately seen the concept of functions and arrays individually, but now how to pass array elements to functions, because some of the other value have to be passed from the calling function to the main function. Now we'll see how arrays will be passed to functions. There are actually um, two ways of passing arrays to a functions. One is passing individual elements and the second one is passing the entire array to a function, which means the whole array is to be passed from the main function to the called function. So we'll see the process. Coming to one dimensional arrays. So separately, there are two types of arrays. One is in one-dimensional arrays and two-dimensional arrays. In both the cases, we'll see how a one-dimensional array individually will be passed to the to the call function, and the entire array how it will be passed from the calling function to the call function. So we can pass individual elements by either passing their data values or by passing their addresses. So this concept, passing of data values or passing their addresses, are called as parameter passing techniques. We'll see in another video. Now, passing individual elements by either passing their data values or by passing their addresses. We pass data values, that is individual array elements, just like we pass any data value. How we pass a normal value of a variable, in a similar way we can pass array elements individually from calling function to the call function. As long as the array element type matches the function parameter type, it can be passed. The call function cannot tell whether the value it receives come from an array, a variable, or an expression, because it's just passed simply like a normal value of a variable or the resultant of an expression. Now, coming to this example, there is there is no return type. The function name is function1, and there is only one parameter, which is an integer parameter. Now array is initialized at compile time. Now one of the value we are going to pass individually, so using the function call a of 3, which means um, which element is a of 3 here? It is 4. The a of 3 is 4. So we are now passing array, one of the array element individually with the help of its index. So int x here need not be represented as an array because it just acts like a normal value. So x, which value it holds? It holds 4. So the manipulation which we have done here is x plus 100. So x here which is passed is 4. So the answer or output for this particular code will be 104. 4 plus 100. So this is how individual array element will be passed. Now coming to the two-dimensional arrays. The individual elements of a 2D array can be passed in the same way as the 1D array. We can pass 2D array elements either by value or by address. Now coming to here, it is quite similar to one-dimensional individual element passing, but it is two-dimensional. So you will have two subscripts, A0, 1. So which value will be passed here? 2. The element 2 will be passed to as x to x. So the output of this value will be 2 plus 10, so 12. Hope you understood the concept. And then passing the whole array, which means passing an entire array of one-dimensional array to a called function. As array name is a constant pointer pointing to first element of array, Storing the base address, passing array name to a function itself indicates that we are passing address of first element of an array. There is a particular syntax to be followed when we pass entire array to a function, which means we need to pass two things to the call function. One is the array name, and the second one is the size of the array. Now, to pass the whole array, we simply use the array name as the actual parameter. In the call function, we declare the corresponding formal parameter is an array. We do not need to specify the number of elements here. So this is the example. So there are two things which we need to pass from the main function to the function definition. One is the name of the array, and the second one is the size. Here in our example, um, a is the name of the array and 5 is the size. We have initialized 5 elements. So 5 is being passed from the main function to n. So it is, we are now adding sum of array elements here. Sum is equal to sum plus x of I. So what will be the final output of this piece of code is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 is equal to 15. Right. Now, two-dimensional individual entire array passing. When we pass a 2D array of to a function, we use the array name as the actual parameter. So the formal parameter in the call function header, however, must indicate that the array has two dimensions. So the rule which you should follow when passing two-dimensional entire array is the function must be called by passing only the array name. In the function definition, the formal parameter is a 2D array with the size of the second dimension specified. You should compulsory specify the second dimension of the array. We'll see an example here. So this is how we can pass entire array of two dimension. So we just need to pass the array name itself, but whenever the function definition is accepting, the second subscript value have to be surely mentioned here. So this is only just to read and display. So the elements which are read here will be displayed 1, 2, 3, 4. So I hope you understood the concept of how to pass array elements to a function. There are two ways of passing in array elements to a function. One is passing individual array elements to a function, and the second one is passing entire array to a function. So we'll end up this video now. Hope you understood. We'll see another topic in the next video. Thank you.